Hey friends, Jerry Hardesty here with my video series Exploring Abstracts, Quick Tips for Viewing. And of course, before we go on to tip number 7, let's do that review. You know, I wonder why I do the review every single time. It's because you're getting a lot of tips, and I want you to remember these tips when you are viewing abstract art in a gallery or at a museum. So here we go. Again, number 1. There are no images. Don't look for one. Number 2, question yourself. How does it make me feel? Number 3, what gets your attention? Is there something there, some color or some shape that really captivates you? Number 4, what dominates the piece? Maybe it's the same shape or color that captivates you. It can be. Number 5, is it energetic and positive? And then, of course, number 6, connect the title to the piece if you possibly can. So, tip number 7 is there a story or interpretation behind a piece? Well, let's look at a couple of my pieces. And I'm going to give you the story behind these. This particular piece is called Crescendo to Rage. Now, in tip number 6, we established the fact that as a viewer, you may connect the title with the painting itself. So, red represents rage and passion. So, let me tell you the story here. And it may make a stronger connection for you. Unfortunately, it isn't always possible to learn a story or interpretation, if in fact it even exists. A gallery opening is often a good place to meet an artist and learn the artist's story behind a particular piece or their interpretation. And it will have a whole lot more meaning for you as a viewer. But for this piece, Crescendo to Rage, several years ago, my only sibling, my sister, died of lung cancer. Now, I was angry because she died and our mother was still living. And not that I wanted Mom to die. I didn't, but Mom had Alzheimer's disease and she had absolutely no quality of life. As I returned to my home after the funeral, which was about 1,000 miles away, I felt a need to express my rage. And this piece is the result, Crescendo to Rage. The red, again, representing my rage, and the various shades of red representing rage. Some dark, and there's a little flecks of gold in there because there is some sentimentality. And there's a lot of texture because I actually painted this painting over a previous painting that had an extreme amount of texture. All right, let's go on to another piece. This one is called Daddy Mammy. And I think it'll become clear as to why I called this piece Daddy Mammy. When I was in elementary school, I wanted to play a band instrument. A trumpet was my choice, I think, at that time. Mom, however, would not support my wish and said I could play the drums instead. Well, I didn't really want to do that, but a pair of drumsticks at that time were probably less than $1. The band teacher placed a long board between the backs of 2 chairs, and we were to play on that board. He would have us recite Mammy with the left hand as we struck the board twice, along with the syllables of the word, and then Daddy with the right as we did the same, striking the board twice, along with the syllables of the word Daddy. The object was for us to get faster, which would grow into a roll. However, I never did master that, and furthermore, I found it quite boring. But this is the basis of this painting. I was thinking about this childhood experience as I painted Mammy Daddy. Now you have one more tip on your quick tip list, and if you can, it won't always be possible, but learn the story behind each painting if you possibly can. You will appreciate each painting, each abstract painting much more when you're able to relate the title to the painting and make that connection, and possibly make that connection with you as the viewer. You may have had a similar experience. Who knows? Well, again, thanks for watching. I'm so glad that you were here today. I hope that you're having a great Sunday today. I certainly know that my day has been good. I went to the gym this morning, and from there, we've had a wonderful meal and a great afternoon watching the Jazz win a basketball game. So, anyway, until the next time, this is Jerry Hardesty signing off.